Way back when Pokemon Sword and Shield were the newest games, it was announced that the DLC would be coming in 2 waves, and that's how they're doing it for Scarlet and Violet too. Before either DLC was actually out though, Game Freak deleted a ton of Pokédex entries on the games, which actually all corresponded with Pokemon that were returning. This effectively leaked the whole list of returning Pokemon early, and that has happened again with Scarlet and Violet. I made a few short videos about this already and uploaded them as TikToks and YouTube Shorts, but I really want as many people to see and hear about this as possible. Before getting started, keep in mind that there's no way of knowing which individual Pokemon will come back in DLC 1 or in DLC Part 2. The only ones we know of for sure are the Pokemon on screen right now that were shown in the official trailer a few months ago. Definitely subscribe because I'll be making tons of videos about the DLC when it's closer to being out. So usually I like to add quite a bit of editing into my videos, meaning it usually takes 3 or 4 days to make each video. I had a video just like this one in the past though, where I was talking about all Pokemon returning in the Pokemon Home Update, and Nintendo took down the video. Due to the nature of how similar that video and this one is, I don't want to invest too much time on this video, just in case it gets removed like the other one did. So for this video, I'll be toning it down on the editing, the background footage will be me doing a shiny hunt, and I'll just name each returning Pokemon and show them on screen, starting with the Kanto region. Out of all Pokemon regions, Kanto has the most Pokemon returning by quite a lot. Starting off, we have the remaining starters that weren't included in the base game. This includes Bulbasaur and Squirtle and their evolutionary lines. There's 41 more Pokemon, and I'm sure you just want to know what they are, so I'll read them all in Pokédex order now. If you hear me say a name like Poliwag, just assume that all evolutions like Poliwhirl, Poliwrath, and Politoed will be returning too. Alright, here we go. Bulbasaur, Squirtle, Ekans, Sandshrew, Clefairy, Vulpix, Oddish, Poliwag, Bellsprout, Tentacool, Geodude, Doduo, Seal, Execute, Hitmonlee, Coughing, Rhyhorn, Horsey, Electabuzz, Magmar, Lapras, Porygon, and Snorlax. Gen 2, the Johto region, has a total of 34 Pokemon returning. A lot of these are just evolutions and pre-evolutions of Pokemon from the Kanto region though, so I'll only name new Pokemon and evolutionary lines. First are the remaining starters, Chikorita and Totodile, then Sentret, Hoothoot, Spinarak, Chinchou, Aipom, Yanma, Gligar, Snubbull, Slugma, Swinub, Skarmory, and Smeargle. All these Pokemon have S in the front of their name, jeez. The Hoenn region has 35 Pokemon returning in the DLC, just one more than Johto. I feel like I should mention this now to avoid repeating myself. Eventually, when the DLC is out, all starter Pokemon from all games will be back. For the first time since Ultra Sun and Moon, you'll be able to have all starter Pokemon in one game again finally. Anyways, here's what's returning from Hoenn. Poochyena, Lotad, Seedot, Nosepass, Plusle, Minun, Volbeat, Illumise, Trapinch, Corphish, Feebas, Duskull, Chimecho, and Beldum. Sinnoh has 25 Pokemon returning, but almost every single one is just an evolution of a Pokemon from a previous region. Some examples are Porygon Z, Rhyperior, Electivire, and Magmortar. Any Pokemon that I mentioned from Gens 1 through 3 that has an evolution in Gen 4 will be returning. Besides all of those and the starters, the only Pokemon returning from Gen 4 are going to be the fossils. The Unova region has 32 Pokemon returning, and they actually picked some pretty good ones. Blitzel, Drillbur, Timber, Sewaddle, Cottony, Scraggy, Minccino, Solosis, Ducklet, Joltik, Litwick, Mienfoo, Golett, and Volibee. Before moving on to Gen 6, definitely make sure you subscribe because I'm getting very out of breath reading all these Pokemon names. If you were a fan of Pokemon X and Y like I was, then prepare to be disappointed. The Kalos region only has 6 Pokemon that are returning, and that includes evolutions. Excluding the evolutions, the only Pokemon returning are Esper, Inkay, and Phantump. That's literally it. I'm not sure why so few Pokemon are returning from the Kalos region, but wow, how fitting, 6 Pokemon from Generation 6. Gen 7 has 21 Pokemon returning, so a bit less than Sinnoh did earlier. The Pokemon and evolution lines returning from Alola are Pikipek, Grubbin, Cutiefly, Dewpider, Comfey, Minior, and Jangmo-o. Not too much coming in from Gen 7, but hey, it's a lot if you compare it to Gen 8. Somehow, the Galar region has even less Pokemon returning from the Kalos region by 1. The only Pokemon coming back in the Scarlet Violet DLC from Sword and Shield are Cramorant, Milcery, Morpeko, and Duraludon. That's it. I find it weird how some generations of Pokemon have way more Pokemon returning than some of the other ones, but I guess it kinda makes sense. When Scarlet and Violet initially came out, the base game did have some uneven Pokemon. For example, one generation may have had way more Pokemon return than another. It is still very weird though to see that Gen 8 has 5 Pokemon returning and Kanto has 47, but what do you guys think? Is your favorite Pokemon going to be returning in Scarlet and Violet with this DLC update? Because I know mine is. Lapras, you're coming back. That's going to be it for this video, guys. I really appreciate everyone watching, and if you made it to the end, you're awesome. If you want to buy the DLC and you haven't yet, you can use my link in the description. It really helps me out a lot. Also, definitely follow my Instagram. The link will be in the description. It is a new account, and I'll be posting pictures and videos there soon. I'll have the link in the description and the pinned comment of the video. I really would appreciate if you guys can drop a follow. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Comment down on this video if your favorite Pokemon is returning in the game. Let me know what it is. I'd really want to know.